the Republic of Zambia was a darling to ZANU PF as a political party, and we saw them sending General Chiwenga in Zambia when there was the impasse was showing between the family as well as the government. They tried to diplomatically resolve the matter, but to no avail, because the conflict continues. And some may say it is ZANU that caused the rift between Edgar Lungu as well as the current sitting government of Hakainde Hichilema. And the mind-boggling question is, what is their possible feeling following today's judgment that was handed by the Pretoria High Court in South Africa? Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. In my humble submission, I'm of the firm view that ZANU PF is not pleased at all, because remember, they were the ones, I strongly believe, who were funding even Edgar Changwa Lungu. They were the ones who were mobilizing opposition political parties in Zambia to actually be after the government of Hakainde Hichilema. Definitely hearing this court judgment, they may not be pleased at all, and noting that they are the ones who created this drama that is taking place in Zambia. I don't think without ZANU PF meddling in the internal affairs of Zambia, Dr. Edgar Lungu would have actually brought himself back to politics. Remember, initially he had actually indicated that he had no intentions to actually come back into because the man was old, the man deserved to rest, the man, he had actually had his time as the president of Zambia, and actually did whatever he could possibly do. Now there is a new president who ought also to be given a chance and an opportunity to lead the country, and I'm sure he has not been leading peacefully. You can actually see events happening in Zambia created by Edgar Lungu. Even this drama, how can you go to the grave? Actually, Zambia is a Christian nation, okay? If I'm right, it is a Christian nation, and we know how Christians should behave. The Bible talks of forgiveness. Even to your enemies, you must forgive them. Just imagine living a message, knowing what a dead body is as a Christian. It's actually a useless thing. What is important is the soul of a person. The body will decompose. But the mere fact that I give instructions and say, when I die, I don't want this guy near my body. What is it? Because Hakainde Hichilema at some point stopped Dr. Edgar Lungu to use state funds to actually go for medical attention outside the country. Somehow, to me, in my view, it was justified. It was teaching a lesson to these African heads of state. And I think most probably another president who will take over from Hakainde, if he makes similar requests, I think such a decision should be taken against him. The presidents, whilst they are presidents, they should develop their country to such an extent that they can receive medical care in their respective countries, not to go in a foreign land. This is already an embarrassment that the former president would go to a foreign land and a foreign court has to actually intervene in order for the body of the former president to be released to state. I think the win by the Zambian government in a South African court, definitely it is actually something that will go into the spine of ZANU PF. Mnangagwa is not feeling, he won't actually be happy about what is happening. Can he come to the aid of the widow of, his former ally? We know that Mnangagwa was an ally with Edgar Changwa Lungu. Even during his inauguration, a very for overwinning fraudulent elections, he had to invite Edgar Lungu to spite the current sitting president, that is Hakainde Hichilema. His government sneaked some journalists to do a bogus documentary about the Zambian president. He might be having some. We know that documentary was a creation of ZANU PF to actually portray him as a Western puppet, and all the nonsense that was about the current sitting. So it's a relief to the government of Zambia, because really what they did to Dr. Edgar Lungu is what he did to the late president, the other former president. So of course it may appear, it may be painful, and they may be appearing to be heartless people at this moment, but I think it must become coming back again on actually the late president, Dr. Edgar Lungu. They put such laws that a former president should be given, should be given a state funeral. And in a state funeral, the commander of the Zambian Defense Forces gets to actually preside over the state funeral. There cannot be a military without the commander of the Zambian Defense Forces. So this is what will exactly happen in Zambia. I think that is what their laws promote, and that is what I think also the laws of South Africa have actually promoted as it stands. That is the current position of the South African judiciary system. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button, so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. It will be interesting to hear from the take of Zambians on this.